Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Kingdom Come Deliverance, Blind. I've got a bit sidetracked last time when going back to Merhojed to speak with Sir Radzig. But I'm not complaining because the side quest was, enjoyable enough. But let me finally get back onto it.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
Okay, I do actually have some stolen goods.
See you later.
Apparently they no longer count as stolen, which is interesting. I wonder if he buys normal things that are not stolen as well?
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. God be with you.
Okay, he seems to be buying everything. I'm not actually looking for thieves' work, but it might be something that's sort of light on morality, like, talking somebody, light on moral questionableness, like talking somebody into doing something, or, some persuasion. I'll just ask to know what I'm up against.
I'm Henry from Skalitz, and I'm looking to mill a bit of extra coin, if you know what I mean.
I expect Peshek sent you. And if it was Peshek who sent you, you can't be a complete dolt. I'll try you out. The tailor in Sasso has received some valuable brocade. Can you get it for me?
No, that's straightforward stealing.
I'd rather not.
Ah! Peshek's a fool for trusting any idiot that comes by. Take care.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm currently right over here, and if I cross, there should be a road that will take me right to Merhojed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the knight that wants to? Yeah. Oh
Sir,
no,
a word, if you please.
it's a different knight.
What is it?
I'd like to challenge you to a duel, sir. A little amicable combat.
Why would I want to fight you?
Ad honorem, friend. For honor. For the thrill of combat.
Sure, why not? Some fight is always nice.
Well, if that's how you look at it.
So, shall we cross swords?
That sounds interesting. But what shall we fight for?
Ah, so chivalry alone is not enough to tempt you.
No, sir. I'm drawn to more, glittering bait.
I see. Well, why not? Let us make it more interesting, then. I'll tell you what. I have a fine suit of armor, a horse, and a sword I won at dice. The horse and sword I can use, but the armor doesn't fit me well. I'll bet a piece of armor against a reasonable sum of groschen.
Sure.
All right, why not?
I'm glad to hear it. Let's get to it, then. Well landed. Here! Ah! Fuck! You horse and...
That's going to cost you your life.
God damn!
Bring it on.
Here! You'll get what for. Kurva peaks. You know how this one ends. Here, the reward you've earned.
Okay. It was nice meeting you on the road. Let's take a look at that. Okay, it's actually better than the Warhorse Brigandine. Okay, pretty cool. And I came from here, so I need to go straight onwards. And over here, so I can the second one to the right.
Good to see you, lad. Sir Hanush told me you won his tourney. Good job, Henry.
I'm back from scouting, sir.
Excellent. What have you found out?
There's an overgrown, ruined village in the woods where they're dug in.
That sounds like Pribyslavitz. It used to belong to Sir Divish before Havelmedic attacked and torched it, and then imprisoned Divish. It's been left abandoned ever since. I was hoping they wouldn't be so organized. Earthworks and fortifications. That's quite a different matter from routing some rabble out of the woods.
I tried to count them.
And how many of them are there? Bear in mind I'm relying on what you say. We'll have to call for reinforcements, and that's no simple matter. Every man that comes with us will be lacking somewhere else. And I don't want bandits pillaging some other town because there's no one left to mount a defense.
Well, there is quite a few. Like, I'm not sure what's the quantifier for a lot of them, but I would say it's between quite a few and a lot. Like, there's at least like 24 of them.
There's quite a few of them there.
Perdition. We'll definitely need reinforcements. I think the Talmberg men should suffice. I don't like leaving the castle unprotected, but there's no other option.
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular soldiers either.
No more than I expected. I have no fear of them, but underestimating the enemy can be fatal.
There aren't just bandits in the camp. There are Cumans too, quite a few of them.
Cumans, you say? Where the hell did they come from? Could Sigismund have left them there after he raised Skalitz? This is looking more and more serious.
I took a look at their arms and armor. They're not a proper army, but they're equipped quite well.
What about archers?
Well, there is like a walkway with archers.
There's a few of them, and they're positioned well. If we charge them head on, they'll probably do us a lot of damage.
I don't like the sound of that. It complicates the situation. Dealing with them before the battle would be the best option.
Are they making some ladders in the camp? I don't remember seeing that, but maybe Henry saw more than I did, funnily enough.
They're up to something in the middle of the camp. It looked like they were making several long ladders.
Ladders? That sounds like they're planning a siege. I like this less and less. On the other hand, we can use that to our advantage. If we can capture those ladders, we can use them to scale their own fortifications.
That's about all I saw, sir. I didn't notice anything else.
That's all right. Did you manage any sabotage while you were there, as I asked you?
I managed to destroy some of their arrow supplies, so they'll have less ammunition.
Well done. That's just what we need.
I managed to slip poison to a few of them. They should be too sick to fight.
You're as cunning as a fox. We need more like you.
That's all, sir.
Don't worry, Henry. You've proven yourself an excellent spy. I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg and tell him to send Captain Robard and his men to our aid. There's not enough of us here in the camp.
You can rely on me, sir. What should I tell him?
Tell him to take all his men. Leave only the bare minimum at the castle and march to Pribyslavitz. I'll take everyone but for 1 or 2 sentries. Hopefully together we'll have enough men to defeat them.
All right, I'll get going.
And be quick. We've no time to spare. God be with you. God be with you.
Okay, I'm not planning on doing anything else. For the time being. So... I'm currently... where? Right here. So I actually need to turn back towards Merhojed proper, because from there it's actually not that long of a road towards Talmberg. This road, so you turn like left on the second. No, okay, so yeah, it is. Just one left. Oh, and I can actually see Talmberg quite clearly from here, which is a huge help for someone like me. Now, you know what? I think I might test the Warhammer finally. Like, I still have very low skill with it, but let's see. Maybe the best way to gain more skill is to just use it. Because they are pretty well armored. That's why I thought about it.
Greetings. What business have you?
Sir Radzig sent me with an important message. He asked for reinforcements.
He needs more men? What's going on?
The bandits and humans have set up camp in Pribyslavitz. They're preparing for something. Sir Radzig wants to mount an assault on them, but he doesn't have enough men.
Hang on. Easy now. From the beginning. What happened?
I managed to track down the camp of the bandits who raided Neuhof. But it's not just a gang of brigands. More like a small army in a fortified encampment. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure they're getting ready for something, and Sir Radzig wants to destroy them before they get a chance.
So it's worse than I thought. But Sir Radzig is right. We should do something about them before it's too late. I'll send my soldiers.
Sir Radzig said to take all your men and leave only a minimum guard at the castle.
What? Everyone?
There really are a lot of them, Sir Divish. He's leaving the camp almost empty too. We're to go and join his people in Pribyslavitz and mount an assault together.
All right then. Sir Radzig knows what he's doing. I'll muster the men and send them with Captain Robard in command. Would you lead my men there right now?
Yes, I think I am ready.
Yes, sir.
May God be with you in battle. May the Lord watch over.
Sir Radzig.
I'm glad to see you, Captain Robard. I hope Henry's explained everything to you.
He did, but I find it hard to believe. Who could possibly put together such a significant military force, and right under our noses?
We'll just have to find out, but I don't think we will until after a battle. If we don't deal with them now, who knows what they'll be capable of in a week or two.
I agree entirely, my lord. What's the plan?
Right, lad. We're almost at the place you described. Now we'll have to advance cautiously. I need you to tell me how it looks around the camp so I can decide which side to lead the attack from.
Sir, that's a big responsibility. I don't think I should...
I asked you a question, boy. You've been there and seen everything, so speak up.
There are 3 ways to get in. Directly along the straight path to the camp, the long way round through the woods and over an old weir, or by a narrow bridge over a deep ditch.
Let's start with the direct route. That sounds like the easiest approach. How does it look there?
That path leads round their battlements. It's fortified and patrolled. The chances are they'd shower us with arrows on the way.
It's a good thing you're here, Henry. We'll have to try another way then. What about the approach through the woods and the weir? I don't like the idea of marching such a long way over rough ground, but if it's the better option...
It's a long way through the woods, and there are patrols there as well. They'll call the alarm before we reach the camp.
I thought so. What about the last approach, over the bridge? It's a bit narrow for my liking.
It's narrow, all right, but once we get over, we can quickly occupy the best ground for a battle. We only have to take down a few archers.
The battleground sounds inviting, but that bridge and the archers, it's not an easy decision. Each option has its pros and cons.
I try to answer to the best of my ability, sir.
And you'll be suitably rewarded for your efforts. From what you say, the route over the bridge is the best option. If we're fast, we'll have the advantage. With the help of God, we'll win this day. We'll approach from the south and storm them over the bridge. Form up. Forward march.
Okay, there's quite a lot of them. But there are quite a lot of enemies as well.
To the bridge, quickly! Get to the other side and standing of you with
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I shouldn't have broken ranks.
Stop where you are!
I shouldn't have broken ranks.
Not another step! Don't pursue them! Stay in formation! Go! 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 Forward!
Okay, that's kind of foolish of Sir Radzig to okay, it's very chaotic, but then, you know, that's how battles are supposed to be.
Move that wagon! All right, men! The way's clear! Up and up them! Not another step! Line up! Now! Deal with those archers before we're all shot!
What archers? I wonder if I'll be able to loot them after the battle. You have no arrows. Okay, that's not the best time to be without arrows. I doubt the game will let me loot them afterwards, because there's like a bajillion of sets of armor. But it would be anticlimactic if I kept doing it right now.
Stand your ground, you dogs! Drive them back!
I will cleave you in two, you bastard. You tried before, and yet here I am. What? Who the hell are you? You don't remember me? I remember you, though. Now, where's my fucking sword?
What the fuck are you on about? What's... Hang on. You're the... Fuck me. I thought we left you to the crows. Tough little fucker, eh?
What did you do with my sword?
Judging by our last encounter, I'd say you made a big mistake coming here.
Where's my fucking sword?
But then again, maybe you've had some practice. I hope so. Because last time was too easy.
Curse it! Dopici!
Come on then, Horson. Here!
Fuck it!
I'm bad for a peasant brat.
It's not over yet, you scum. Now where's my sword? What have you done with it? Talk, you bastard!
I'll see you in hell.
Tell me, do you hear me? Tell me what you've done with it!
I'd say you're flogging a dead horse there.
You took him down. On your own. Well done. Nice work. You surprised me. He was a mountain of a man.
He was the one who attacked Neuhoff. And stole your sword, sir.
The thought did cross my mind. What did he tell you? If we'd taken him alive, the executioner might have gotten more out of him. Oh well, these things happen in the heat of battle. Anyway, we found a trunk full of coin down below. Someone was paying this gang very well. There were some of Sigismund's barbarians among them. I don't think we've seen the last of this. Whoever engineered it was highly placed. They won't give up after one defeat. This louse was just a pawn.
I'm afraid you're right, sir. Well, lad, we live to fight another day, eh? That's the fear leaving you, lad. Let it go. Now, put it all behind you.
A decent Christian shouldn't dwell on such horrors.
I beg to differ, sir. I never want to forget this. The time has come for those whoresons to pay for what they did to us.
You're right, my boy. But first, we all need some rest. We'll meet later in the upper castle in Rattay and then decide what to do next. But come what may, you did a good job today.
I will make you pay for this. It's time for the next part of our plan. Give the word.
Yes, sir.
Sir Hanush has rewarded you for your loyal service with a room of your own at Perkstein. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. Also, my gear probably needs repairing after the battle. Also have a perk in strength. Your attacks cause greater damage but cost you 10% more stamina. Applies only to weapons that require strength. You can deplete opponent's health and stamina by bumping into him with a sprint. The effect is increased if your armor is heavier than his. I'm kind of considering this. Because I assume that it's not a 10 to 10 trade-off. It's, you know, it costs 10% more stamina but deals out like 15% damage or something. Okay, so I'm going to get one more perk anyway. I'll take this. I don't think it's going to come into play that much, but I'm a bit afraid about the increased costs and stamina. For now, I'll just take this because the flashing perk icon annoys me. Oh, I have full defense already. Well, I guess I have to take this. If you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more. But clinches don't happen that much at this point, where I already know how to avoid that. I just have to keep my distance. I'll take that. Because, as I said, the flashing of the perk, I find it annoying. Let's go upstairs. And talk with everyone, unless they are at the. Oh, that's Tobias Feyfar from Skalitz. I wanted to talk to him before, but I never could because he was in his own private room. Let's talk to him now, I guess. I hope they will wait like a second or two. Ah, okay, they're at the upper castle, so that's an even better reason
The Lord be praised.
to actually
What brings you to me?
to actually talk to him.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzig sides with the king.
Okay, so he just has
God be with you.
he just has a generic dialogue. That's a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that trampling people with your horse is not a crime in this game. Because if it was, I would be the most notorious criminal in the history of ever.
My lord, I'm afraid you were right when you said these hostilities wouldn't end at Pribyslavitz.
That comes as no surprise.
What has happened?
The men reported 2 more attacks today.
Ah, Henry. I'm glad you're here. It seems like we'll have another task for you. Come and join us.
My lord.
Greetings, lad.
The bandits raided a few remote hamlets, but that's the least of our worries. They also attacked Merhojed, and that's a much more serious matter.
Merhojed. Matthias is working there.
They attacked right after the battle in Pribyslavitz. Bastards were probably trying to prove they're still strong. But there's a silver lining. The villagers held them off, and they even took 1 captive. He's wounded, but we can still interrogate him.
Your Graces, I hope I'm not intruding.
On the contrary, Master Tobias. Unlike Bernard, you are the bearer of good tidings. Or so I gather from the coin you carry. Tell me, how many groschen did we find in Pribyslavitz?
My lord, I'm sorry, but my news is no better than Captain Bernard's. These coins are very good. That is to say, well-made facsimiles, as we call them.
What? I don't give a what you call them. I want to know what they're facking worth.
That's just it, sir. They're worth nothing.
Are you saying what I think you're saying, Master Tobias? This here
is just a pile of copper.
Kurva! Fuck!
Plated with silver, so it's still of some worth.
Kurva! Fuck!
Is it a lot of work to make such counterfeits, Master Tobias?
I should say so, sir. Highly demanding work. Especially to make such plausible forgeries. They would need a well-hidden foundry, several craftsmen, and a source of material.
But they could just be brought in from somewhere else, could they not?
Well, they could, but then again, the silver mines are nearby, and these groschen seem freshly minted, so...
So we are facing a foe who has almost limitless sources of coin. That's all we need.
Brittle.
Well, gentlemen, it's clear what we have to do. Interrogate that captive bandit, find out their numbers, and promptly cut off their supply of money. Otherwise, they'll soon have another encampment.
If they haven't already.
But I doubt it, sir. Merhojed wouldn't have been able to hold them off if they did.
Well, lad, I said we'd have work for you, but it never crossed my mind there would be this much. You've already proved your worth as an investigator, so I'm putting my faith in you again. Go to Merhojed and question that captive. Find out where those brigands are hiding, how many there are, and what they're planning. And while you're at it, see if you can find some clues as to where this counterfeit coin is coming from.
Very well, sir.
Good luck. We're counting on you. All of us. Come report to me as soon as you know anything. I'll be at the lookout point near Talmberg.
Okay, this is most likely a time-critical kind of affair. So I'll get to it. I will, however, I will buy a tailor's kit, I think, before I leave. I'm still a bit confused by this, but it's perhaps not the best time for
How are you, Henry?
treasure hunting.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me? God be with you.
He has a DLC quest for me.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'll take it, just to know what is it about. You know, maybe I can do it in the meantime.
Henry, have you questioned that prisoner in Merhojed yet?
Not yet.
Then get on with it. What are you waiting for, boy?
May I be of service, my lord?
Yes, Henry. Chief Engineer Feyfar has been asking for someone reliable to assist him.
The chief engineer? Is it about Skalitz?
In a manner of speaking. Master Feyfar has, well, evil forebodings. I think he may want to send you to the Skalitz mines.
Can they really be restored?
Everything can be rebuilt with enough will and resources. Well, everything except a man. You'll get the details from Chief Engineer Feyfar. For the time being, consider yourself his handyman.
Certainly. Where do I find him? Is he here in the castle?
Where? Now that's a good question. He ought to be somewhere at Perkstein unless he's gone off to deal with some problem or other. Look around. You're bound to run into him.
Well, thank you. I'll go and see him straight away.
Good luck, Hal. Good luck, then.
Sir, can I ask you about something?
Of course, Henry.
Well, I thought since we chased the bandits out of Pribyslavitz, the roads would be safer.
Ah, criticizing your liege lord, are you? And what, in your opinion, should he do about it?
Oh no, I don't mean anything by it. Just that it surprises me.
Easy, lad. I'm only pulling your leg. You're quite right. The roads really aren't safe. Mostly due to one thing. My garrison is a shamble these days. I lost most of my men in Skalitz, and what I'm left with after Pribyslavitz is hardly enough even to guard Pigstein. Let alone guarding the roads and patrolling the rest of the province. I simply don't have the men.
Uh-huh. I understand.
That is, I didn't have the men. As it happens, you've come at just the right time. Recently, I asked an old acquaintance for help. Sir Kuno of Rickwald and his mercenary band. The men who ride with him are a rough lot, mostly former convicts, but they're as capable as any squad of soldiers.
Well, excuse me for being so bold, but there's plenty of mercenaries around. Surely you can find a more respectable band?
You have a point, lad, but I'd like to tell you I talked to Kuno because I trust him. But actually my reasons are of a more pragmatic nature. You see, Kuno owes me a favor, so he'll serve me free of charge.
So, you want me to join them?
Yes, but that's not all. I told Kuno I'd send him a guide, but really what I need is for someone to keep a close eye on him and his men. Someone reliable. And I'd say you fit the part. Go and report to him at his encampment. You'll ride with his band on patrols and make sure they don't get too disorderly.
How is he indebted to you?
I did him quite a big service, actually. I saved him from the hangman.
Oh, sounds like quite a story. How did it happen?
You should ask him. You'll be spending quite a while riding together, so it'll help pass the time. But one thing I can tell you, he seems to have taken inspiration from me. A lot of his men had their own encounters with the executioner too.
Who is this Sir Kuno of Rickwald?
He's the last baron of the House of Rickwald, which became impoverished. So he took to the mercenary trade, like many poor noblemen do. Unless they become robbers, which often isn't all that different. He's certainly an entertaining companion, but as a mercenary, well, let's just say he has his own particular approach to certain matters.
That sounds a little worrying.
Oh, it's nothing too bad. Just that now and again he needs reminding not to step over the line.
All right. I'll go and report to him.
Excellent. He set up camp between Rattay and Ledechko. It's a good base for covering the province. Good luck, Henry. And watch out for yourself.
I will, sir. Thanks.
Goodbye.
Okay, I will also look for Tobias Feyfar, who by all means should be back at Bergstein. I've talked to him just like a minute ago. Okay. He's at the main square, apparently. At least for the time being.
Aye. Still better than a foot.
Are you Chief Engineer Feyfar?
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
Sir Radzig sent me to be of service to you.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. It's high time we started putting things to rights. There's been quite enough dithering.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts. And no one is guarding the Skullets mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skullets mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store?
Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing a pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. That's all clear. I'll get going.
See you later.
Okay, so I have quite a lot to do, but I feel like this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save. And end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.